M-Dog Gaming.
Alright, welcome to M-Dog Gaming. This is M-Dog and we are looking at Lotro. We're starting the adventures of Theoden. And Theoden currently is in the intro still, and we're going to jump right in just past the intro where the adventures really start. But one thing we wanted to do, he's a Loremaster, but one thing we wanted to do is show you this one quest that happens in the intro. Is called Signs and Portents. And this is something new. Back when I played Lotro in the past, this was not included. So we did want to show this because in our Burglar Hobbit adventures, the video had messed up and we didn't get to see it. So here we go. Let's check out this quest where it has us to click on the bedroll. And it's going to take us on a little journey. And it's really just a video that just helps put some more story and add to the richness of the story even here early in the game. So let's check it out.
Listen to my words. I am Galadriel, the Lady of the Golden Wood. Do not be afraid, my friend. Your people are short-lived, but the fate of Middle-earth is yours to command. I will not long disturb your sleep. I can visit you in dreams for only a short time. I have looked into my mirror and seen much that worries me. Let me show you. You are near to wakefulness. The last tendrils of sleep will soon release you. You ask why I wanted to show you this? It is for one reason. I saw you in my mirror, not once or twice, but often. Whether you desire it or not, your fate is tied to that of Middle-earth. Do not forget my words when you awaken. The free peoples of Middle-earth will have need of you. You must not fail them.
Alright, so we are going to skip ahead now to the... We'll go ahead and turn this quest in. It sounds like a most curious dream. I never have dreams like that, friend. I would not wish to have such. So that is the part of the introduction that I did want to include. Again, it just adds a lot to story. One unfortunate part was the hit detection, or the location of the raven, our little raven named Tidings. He was flying right through us during that video. But alright, so let's jump ahead to the beginning of our adventures with Theoden. Alright, here we are at in Archet with Theoden. He is our Loremaster character. We're just learning a little bit about the Loremaster. Let's see, we're part of a kinship now, so we've got this ability. We'll put it up there. So let's see what we need to do. First of all, we need to get our daily reward for logging in. Get a silver present here. And we got some attack damage items. And here's Theoden. So for being level 7, you might think, wow, he kind of has matching gear on and stuff. Well, we have given into the temptation to put cosmetic items on, because let's face it, that's what he would look like right now with his current gear. We could take the hat off, but still not as cool as his cosmetic outfit. So for now, at least, we're going to wear the cosmetic outfit. So the Loremaster class is considered an advanced class, I believe. Let's take a look at the abilities we've learned so far, and we might be able to train some more here in a minute. I don't know if we've leveled since we trained last, but so on for our hotkey to our 1, we have Burning Embers, and this is just a fire damage ability that does overtime damage. It also slows them down. 2, we have Staff Strike for when they get in melee range, and 3, we have a damage and stun ability. It's got a 1-minute cooldown, so it's going to be used in special situations, so we're going to put that down here on 0 for now, just to remind us of that. Here's a very important skill, and we'll look at this once we're getting into some combat. But this is Sign of Battle, Wizard's Fire. When your companion has flanked the enemy, the Sign of Battle, Wizard's Fire also provides you with morale and deal damage to your enemy. If you use it without the flanking happening first, it deals fire damage over time. So what that points to is we need to go ahead and summon our companion right now. It's a raven named Tidings. You can name your pets in Lotro, so our raven is named Tidings. And then we also have a couple of abilities that we put on our pet, and that's got a 10-minute cooldown. This is the one that increases parry rating and lowers the incoming damage. Master of Beasts, so this is a new deed that has started from summoning our bird friend. Titles, wanted to show you one quick thing. Looks like it has not activated yet. We were supposed to get a title for following Lotro on Twitter, the sociable or something like that, but I don't see it, so it may be that we were already logged in when we claimed it. Alright, so right now we are just past auto bestowed, canceled an auto bestowed quest. Alright, that might have been the one that we canceled. We are in Archit, but we're out of the tutorial portion of Archit, if that makes sense. We also have purchased the riding skill out of the Lotro store. Here is our Loremaster trainer. We do not have any abilities to train, so let's look and see what we're up to right now. If we go over the prologue, burying the dead quest, that's what we're going to do. So this area now looks a little different than it did in the tutorial section. Things will now aggro to you, where in the first part of the game they would not. So things have changed a little bit, and this is different. You know, when we were playing the Hobbit Burglar, when we finished the tutorial or introduction part of the game, it took us to the Shire. But for a human character or man character, it's gonna keep us right here in Archit. And just saying hello to folks in the kin. This is the Friends of Frodo kin that I'm a part of. The best kin or guild that I've ever seen. So just take that for what it's worth. We are over here to bury the dead. We had some folks that we lost in the early portion of this story. So there is one done. The next two are going to be back over there. So other abilities we also have Inner Flame, which is a heal. Over time, a lot of the Loremaster abilities at this point at least are heals. We have Sign of Power Command, and this is something that causes the enemy to slow down their attacks, and they're less likely to block your attacks. So that's pretty much the abilities we have right now. And here is another body to bury. Old Dirk Mudbrick. Alright, whether we like it or not, it's time for some battle. So actually, let's not do that. There we go. I think that noise was I don't know if you could hear it with the game volume turned down a little bit, but it's a sound, it's like a ring that hits up when you get the actual sign of battle, Wizard's Fire. When the crow flanks the enemy, you hear that ring, and that's indicating that you can now use that ability to heal yourself, and I think it does damage as well. Yep, damage your enemy, and it heals your morale. So a very good ability. So now we're going to go pay respect to Will Wheatley's body, and these are all characters that we met or interacted with in the intro part of the game, I believe. And you'll see that bear was just kind of looking at us for a while there. Basically, creatures will do that according to how close you are, trying to determine if you're a threat or not. And we have to be careful there with Tidings. When he has aggro, it can be a very quick death for Tidings. So he is not a pet that can hold aggro very well, at least as far as I know. Alright, Master of the Staff, title awarded, member with kinship. So I got promoted. They realized I was an alt of other characters in the kin, so they took care of that. Alright, so we've got a threat from spiders down below us and disease among the boars. We're supposed to defeat the bristle hides, so we'll do that as we're going. Here's one. And also we want to head up north of here and take care of those. Oh, I think the other boar is focused on the crow, so let's take care of that. Now, there it is. That was the example of the sound that the ability makes when you hit the flank. So there we go. There's another one coming our way. And with the healing ability, there isn't a whole lot of downtime with Loremasters unless you really get into a rough situation, until you're facing multiple enemies at least. You don't put out the same amount of damage perhaps that other classes do. At least that's my understanding from the very small amount that I've played Loremaster. I think I've maybe gotten one up to around level 17 or 18 at one time in the past, but that's been a long time ago. I started playing Lord of the Rings Online in 2008, but I have not played it much over the years. Over the last 5 years I've played it occasionally. And we just need one more bristle hide, and this is also the spider area, and I think we're supposed to collect some things in here. Don't necessarily have to fight all the spiders, but we certainly can fight some. Now we need to be careful. I think we're probably aggroing all these things. We are. Quit looking at tidings and look at me. So we just opened up a new deed, Spider Slayer. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so if we defeat 30 spiders, we get 5 turbine points. There's a cellar. I don't think we need to go in there at this point. I believe everything we collect is out here. There's a level 85 kind of hanging out in here. He honestly may be deed grinding. I can't think of another reason why an 85 would be out here killing spiders other than to work on that deed we were just talking about. So, did we get everything we needed here? Bring the seed bag to Cal Springley. So we need one more boar, and then I think we're good to head back to the main city of Archet. Some of the quests we have right now I think send us to Combe, which is the next sort of zone over, so that's not what we need to do. And there is another one. And there we have it. We talked about this in another video, but I really like what Turbine has done with the looting system in Lord of the Rings. You have 60 minutes to claim the loot off of anything that you kill, but you no longer have to right-click on the body of the fallen foe. You just get a little alert down the right-hand side of your screen. Let's take a look at that real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. So you'll see the alert down here is showing you have 3 out of a maximum of 50 loot stored for you to get or destroy whenever you want to within 60 minutes. Now, one thing I have not tested is if that saves even if you go to another zone. It very well might, but I don't know that for sure. So let's go ahead and look at it now. We've killed 2 things. We got loot from both. So we could choose one thing and loot it or destroy it. Like, let's say we didn't want that small ear, we could destroy it, or we could just loot all. And now, jump over the pig and head back to Archit. So they've taken your training wheels off, at least to a degree, now that we're out of that first part of the tutorial and introduction. But this definitely still feels like a somewhat limited experience until you get sort of out of Archit and into Combe, and then you're around Bree and all of that.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so we finished this staff. This quest is going to give us a better staff. Every boar that has caught the foul plague will in the end have to be destroyed. So let's look at the staff we got. Go ahead and equip that. And all the new things you've picked up until you sort of hover over them glow like that. Like here's the 5 plus 5% attack damage for 90 minutes that we got for the Hobbit gift of the day. Let's go ahead and click one of those on. You see we still have 4 left, but the buff now shows up. Well, where does the buff show up? I'm surprised it didn't show up right here. Attack damage is increased. There it is, 90 minutes. That's it. It just didn't look like what I thought it was going to. Prologue, burying the dead. Good, it is done. Those men died bravely and deserved a proper burial. Once more, Archit is in your debt. There's something I must tell you. A queer man came through Archit while you were away, and I believe he was looking for you. And by queer, they mean strange. This is a game that's sort of trying to capture the Lord of the Rings world and what Tolkien created, and language is used a little differently from time to time.
What do you need?
Alright. He reminded him of Strider, and he said it was most urgent that we go to the Combe and Waffle Inn. Travel to Combe immediately and speak with the innkeeper, Lisbeth Honeymead. She should know where to find this man. An urgent summons.
What can I do for you?
And here's the stuff we gathered from the spider area. I'm glad we can make a new start. Tell the Spiderbane he has my thanks as well for sending you to us.
Stay a moment.
Now we're going to go talk to Spiderbane, who should be right over here. He's just kind of sitting by the well. We interacted with him a good bit in the
Greetings.
first part of the story. So he wants me to search for Bali. Now let's see. Yes, that is back into the spider area that we saw earlier in the game. And here is Builder Urur.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
He wants us to get his tools for him. Let's see where that is. Down here. So what we should do first is, I believe this is open to us now back this way. So we're going to head over there after we sell some items. So anything we don't want to sell, we're going to go ahead and lock in there, which is not much, and everything else we're just going to get rid of. So let's go search for Bali. And this is a good quest to do only because it sort of forces you to work on your spider deed, killing the 30 spiders. So these spiders are still not aggroing. I thought they would at this point, but they're not. And here is Bali. You must face target. Okay. He wants us to find the missing journal pages. Unfortunately, he has deceased, but we did find his journal. And and there are more pages that we need to discover. So we're going to go into this cave and see if we can find them. Here's a cocoon. This might be a spot where we need to look. Alright, got some small goo. Let's see if this is where the journal pages might be hidden in these cocoons. They are. I guess the spiders just find those pages and really wrap them up. Unless, of course, we're assuming there is a dwarf body in that cocoon that was holding one of Bali's pages. Come on, Tidings. We need your help here. Alright. Cocoon number 2. Update the buff on our spider friend. Alright, looks like that other spider's attacking Tidings, so we need to take care of that pretty quickly. Alright, so it's letting us know that we can, from reaching level 8, we can now learn how to ride a mount. But of course we took advantage of the riding skill in the Lotro store and saved a little bit of time. I believe that cost 95 Lotro points, with which, just because we were a subscriber for a while, we have a good many points, and so don't mind spending 95 on something like that, just for the convenience of it. And I see another cocoon up there. And we really have not hit the flank very often, and I don't know if there will be something we'll get that will increase the amount we'll hit that, or if it's just not designed to be hit too often. Get all the loot cleared. Alright, third missing journal. Now let's see if it's better to go down that passageway or this one. Let's go around this way, actually. We just hit the... There it is. We just hit the spider hatchling instead of the brood hunter. There it is. It's such a fun thing when you get that flank sound. I really like that mechanic. Just kind of waiting for it. Whoa, we really walked into it here. Alright, we'll go ahead and heal ourselves a little bit. I'm not sure that there's another cocoon in here. I do think there is a big bad spider in here, though. If I remember correctly, a maybe a named spider is in this room. Right over here. Urinate. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's clear this fella out before we get into it. Alright. So let's just go ahead and take on the level 9 Urinate. I think with our healing abilities... There it is. This should not be too much trouble. We do have the stun. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like to use. Test of will. Didn't have time to see the stun, but we got it off. Now we got the head of Urinate, and I believe that starts a quest. Yep, there it is. We'll accept that, and we'll return to when we return to Arch, it will be able to turn that in. I don't think we missed any cocoons in here. And let's go back to the other room now and see what we can find. Some of these have respawned, unfortunately. I'm going to do a little run through here, and I don't think their aggro range is too far. See if we can not have to fight through too many of these again. There are quite a few of them though. This may not have been a good choice. Let's go ahead and stop here and see what we can do. Unfortunately, we have used our healing ability too recent. Alright, not good at all. And we were defeated. We will revive here. Let's see if they still have the Doom we gotta get our companion up, or it will be another quick situation here. Alright. So obviously that is not something that you want to do. We've got another one coming down as well. A Brood Trapper. Our healing is almost off cooldown. There we go. So that's a cast over time. We want to let that run its course and get full health. And it's a good reminder, you know, this game is not about running through and doing everything real fast. This is a game where you're really meant to, especially with some classes, I would say, you're really forced to take your time a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can find another. Alright, that's not where we want to go. Must be out in this room. There's still parts we haven't explored over to the east. Here's another one. I think we're still going to be missing one now. Alrighty, and let's see if it's up this way. If not, it might be in the other corner of the room we just came out of. There it is. So we found all the pages. Now this is connecting back to where we were before. Fall back down, and I think we can get out right up here. All right. We are back where we wanted to be. So if we wanted to complete that Slayer deed, which it is a good idea to do those as you're playing, you get increased stats as you fill out your virtues. But for now, we're not going to spend a lot of time on Slayer deeds. Alright, sell all. In my experience, you do reach a point in the leveling in maybe not till your 30s or 40s, where if you have not gotten enough virtues unlocked for your class, you start to feel underpowered. Even as you get better gear, you're missing out on those.
Greetings.
On the virtues. So at some point you do sort of have to go back and strategically figure out what do we need to get to fill in our virtues. So we just got some shoulders that should be better than what we have on, and a helm that has +2 agility. It looks like fate is going to be our most important stat. Agility is good. Might is okay as well. Vitality is good for everyone. It says vitality is important. Will is very important. It's almost like the Loremaster needs a little bit of everything, but I think that there still are stats that you want to get priority on. Alright, so let's see if we're at a good stopping point. Let's check and see if we have a new training.
How can I be of
We do. Alright, let's check this out. This is level 8 trainings. We have Gust of Wind. Gives them a mischance, and it does damage. We're going to put this down close to that one. Beacon of Hope transfers morale to an ally or companion. Costs 30 morale and costs some power. So that is actually healing your companion or what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to put, it's just, I don't get to the Alt key as much, so I'm going to put the healing abilities there for now. Alright, so now our next step is, we'll go ahead and finish this and go get these tools, and I think we come back one more time. I do want to wrap this up soon.
Can I speak with you a moment?
So this is another quest sending us to Combe, which is really where things are going to open up. We're going to learn about crafting from that quest line, and we're going to go continue our main quest, which is called Prologue and Urgent Summons. They break down the main quest into chapters. Again, sort of a reminder of the source material. So Theodin's adventures continue, and Forget sneaking. We're just going to attack this guy. He just looks like he's going to be too much fun to fight. Let's try this Gusting Wind ability. A lot of our abilities require us to be standing still when we use them. You saw that when it wouldn't let me use the ability when I was moving. The only one, or one of the ones that you can do while you're moving, is that the strike we have, the staff strike, and then I think also Sign of Power Command, because it's pretty much an instant cast. I think you can be moving when you cast that as well. Alright, so we're going to head back to Archit, and we've hit level 8 here. This will get us to or close to level 9, and then we will save exploring outside of Archit, going to Combe for the first time for our next video in the series. If there is one. I never know with these little adventures on how long we'll stay with it. I certainly do love this game, and am excited about learning more about the Loremaster class and sharing it with you all, but I don't ever envision sort of having a Let's Play or a video series that actually takes you, hours and hours through an MMO, but just like to highlight the classes a little bit. It's letting us know that we can auto run by hitting number lock, which is true in a lot of MMOs. Combe Lumberyard, so he's sending us to the Combe Lumberyard, and all of the quests have a color code to them, and it shows you how difficult they are. So the most difficult quest we have in terms of what level it's for is the main epic quest line, the prologue that we're on. Everything else is a lighter color that's showing that it's easy for us or manageable for us. At points in the game you might get yellow or orange or even red quests that are showing you better really be prepared for some difficulty if you're going to attempt these quests. So we're going to go ahead and repair and sell our unwanted items. We have 74 silver right now, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for joining us for another episode with Lord of the Rings Online. This is M-Dog, and until next time, game on!
Bye bye, Nods.